Welcome to EDC's video series, EDC Founders Unplugged, Conversations with Iowa Risk Takers. Joining us today is Dr. Francis Johnson, co-founder of Coralville-based Viewpoint Molecular Targeting, which develops pharmaceutical drugs for diagnostic imaging and therapies for cancer, with a focus on metastatic melanoma. Fran, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me, Christy.
Thanks.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Can you tell us about Viewpoint and why you started the company?
So Viewpoint is a company that develops a special type of drug called a radiopharmaceutical for the treatment of cancer. And my co-founder, Michael Schultz, and I started the company because we had a very exciting product for the treatment of skin cancer, advanced melanoma, that was looking very promising.
Great. Can you share more of your entrepreneurial journey with us, such as when did you found Viewpoint?
So we founded Viewpoint very early when we first had some intellectual property at the University of Iowa, but that took a long time to develop, and we really became active and spun out of the university in 2015.
Great. Okay, so Viewpoint is developing some therapies for cancer, but at this point, what exactly is the company creating and for whom?
Well, we are a research and development company for pharmaceuticals, and right now our lead product for metastatic melanoma is for people who've had skin cancer that has spread beyond the skin to the vital organs, and those people have very, very few opportunities for long-term treatment and survival. And so we are developing that first asset for them, and then we have other things in the pipeline for different cancer types that are difficult to treat.
It's exciting and very important work. Thank you. What is the current stage of Viewpoint?
So as an R&D company, we are pre-revenue, so we would still be considered startup at this point.
Okay. Tell us about any challenges you've encountered in launching Viewpoint, which is a medical company in Iowa.
Well, I think that we've had the challenges that any medical company has spinning out of a university, and that is leaving the academic environment where there's a lot of infrastructure and it's all about new promising things and papers and grants to a space where we need to build our own infrastructure, have our own employees, and really focus on execution of the promising compound rather than just go to the next new thing.
Okay. What are the biggest milestones you've achieved to date?
Well, I think that we have achieved a lot of milestones in the development of this product, certainly all from the manufacturing and the development of the product itself and the testing of it. And now I think that our biggest milestone has been that we've gotten something that we think is going to be safe and effective to test in humans. And we're at the point where we're putting that package forward to the Food and Drug Administration for their approval to start our first clinical trials next year.
That's exciting. That's very exciting. So based on that, what is your vision for the future of Viewpoint?
Well, I think first and foremost, we'd like to see Viewpoint make this first product successful and see it get into people and have it picked up by a larger pharmaceutical company so that they can put it into their portfolio of treatments for advanced stage melanoma. But beyond that, being a medical company in Iowa, it's hard. It's hard because there aren't very many people who are doing it. Not many people understand it, and there are not many investors that are willing to get behind it, especially early. But that's changing. And I'd like to see Viewpoint stay here and develop some of these other products that we have in the pipeline and be at the forefront of people thinking differently about our region. For example, we were at the National Cancer Institute in Washington, D.C. Earlier this year, and about 35 companies were invited to this workshop. Of those companies, 3 of them we're from the Iowa City, Coralville, Cedar Rapids area.
That's great.
So we have the talent here to change that. And we'd like to be part of that.
Great. Thank you. So at what point did you connect with EDC?
We connected with the EDC after we'd been in business for about a year and a half. And we were kind of stalling out because we have a lot of talent in science and medicine and not so much in business. And we just felt like we were going really slow. And Kurt Nelson invited us to come to the EDC annual luncheon. And we sat and listened to some of the stories that other entrepreneurs told about how the EDC had helped them, and we decided we wanted that too.
Great. All right. So what has it meant to have EDC as a resource for you and for Viewpoint?
Oh, it's just meant so much in terms of sort of moving our business forward where we didn't really have the talent and didn't know what we didn't know what we had to do next. And so we've had a lot of mentorship as well as, basic business kinds of tools that we can use day to day and networking with others in the area who can help us. It's just been great.
Wonderful. So Fran, these videos are being created to help EDC stakeholders better understand the value of their investment in our organization. Is there anything you would like to say to EDC supporters?
I would like to say thank you. Thank you so much. And it's been really invaluable. It's the kind of resource that makes the Creative Corridor a place that we want to stay. We have both the founders have lived all over the country, and we decided that we were going to stay in Iowa because of the kind of supportive environment that we've found here.